What's going on, people? Welcome back. My name is Josh, and you know, if you've been watching my videos, that I love the Slate bundle. I'm always using it. I'm always bigging it up. I'm not sponsored, but yo, they should definitely run me some bread, because the way I be bigging up their shit, I need to get paid. You know what I'm saying? But today we've got a new drill track, and we're going to mix it using only the Slate bundle. If you don't know what a Slate bundle is, it's a bunch of plugins you get for a monthly fee of like, I think it's around £10 a month. So you pay £10 a month and you get all of these plugins. If you want to stop paying the money, you can. Obviously, you can't use the plugins then. But yeah, so let's get into it. Let's dive right into it.
Don't get put in my spliff, that's facts. Snapchat man and I'll backshot man till all of the pagans drop. Bow. Grab the man and I'll stack the man till all of the verbal stops. How can you see that I'm not on block? Should I cut to the P then some got chopped? How can you see that I'm not on piss when all your boys are on these shots? The young G wants to be in the field, shut the fuck up and go to the shops. Sweet mom wanna be my bae, shut the fuck up and give me slops. This stupid.
If you want the vocal stems, check out the link below, and you can download those as well as the beat and everything else. So let's start with the first plugin in our chain. We're gonna mute everything else.
That's facts. Snapchat man and I'll backshot man till all of the pagans drop. Grab the man and I'll stack the man till all of the verbal stop.
So we're using the virtual channel, which is basically like running your vocals through a desk of your choice, like a analog desk. So you've got the SSL, you've got the Neve. And then we're doing some EQ here, a little cut here at 239 hertz, 3 decibels, and the Q is it's quite sharp, quite thin. And then we're doing another cut here at 3.2K, and that is a 2.49 decibels. And again, it's quite a small Q, quite a small band. Then we're using the FG2A. You've probably seen this compressor before. It's modeled after an analog compressor. Waves has got one. I've used it a few times in my videos. And on this, we're doing...
That's facts. Snapchat man and I'll backshot man till all of the pagans drop. Grab the man and I'll stack the man.
Doing about -5 decibels of gain reduction. There's no this is a very simple to use compressor. There's no attack or release knobs. It's literally just peak reduction and gain. Then we've got the de-esser. This de-esser is a little bit daunting to use. There's a lot going on in it. I never used to really like it, but it does a good job, to be fair, once you kind of figure out what the hell is going on. And we're just doing some DS in here.
That's facts. Snapchat man and I'll backshot man till all of the pagans drop. Grab the man and I'll stack the man.
You can hear it's quite a sibilant, quite a harsh vocal anyway. There's a lot of high end, but you'll see what I did to control that a little bit. Now this EQ, I slept on it. I never used it. Again, it just looks daunting. It just looks like a little bit scary. So I just never used it. Plus there's the Pro Q2, but this is a very good alternative to the Pro Q2, which is great, because if you're someone like me where you don't want to buy 1 million plugins, really, you just want to kind of build up slowly. That's what I did. So, you know, that's why I've got so much love for Slate, because once you've got the bundle, you've pretty much got everything you need to mix a track. We did a cut here, quite a big cut. Well, it looks bigger than it actually is. It's 2.9 decibels. Got another cut. Sorry, that's 132 hertz. And this is, it says up here, and this is 284 hertz. And that's a 1.9 decibels of reduction. Something I've been doing recently, I've been hearing it a lot in music that's out there, is a lot of vocals that I hear on GRM or on the radio or whatever have this little boost. It's, well, to my ear, it sounds like a little boost at around 1K. So I've been, you know, trying it out on some of my vocals, and I'm liking the sound of it. If it's a good way to, if you want your vocal to have a lot of body, but you still want it to have not sound dull and not sound kind of muddy, a little boost at 800 hertz to 1K can help. Now, 1K to 2K, those frequencies there are a little bit, you know, be careful. That's all I'm going to say in it. It can sound good, but a lot of the time it doesn't on vocals. And it's little baby cut here at 11K. So
that's facts. Snapchat man and I'll backshot man till all of the pagans drop. Grab the man and now slap the man till all of the verbal stops. How can you see that I'm not on block shack?
So we just did that clean up there in the low end, and you can hear as well, once you do that kind of clean up in the low end, it starts to get harsh. The vocal, the high end of the vocal starts to poke out a little bit. So I'll show you how I combated that in a bit. Another VMR. So if you don't know what the VMR is, I probably should have explained. It's like a little rack, and you can pull all of these plugins. You get a bunch of plugins here, and you can just pull them into the chain just like that, easy as that. You got EQs, you've got compressors, obviously, distortion, saturation, preamps, gates. Even it's really, there's a reason why I big this bundle up so much. So we've got the distressor going into the FG116 or the 1176, doing parallel compression. Got the mix knob here, and that's at 12%. We've got an EQ here, doing another little cut at 300 hertz, adding thickness with the revival, a little boost at 2K, a cut at pretty much a roll off at 15K. Again, the vocals were getting a little bit too bright after I did that EQing. So let's hear how that sounds.
That's facts. Snapchat man and now backshot man till all of the pagans drop. Grab the man and now slap the man till all of the verbal stops. How can you see that I'm not on block? Should I cut to the P then some got chopped? How can you see that I'm not on piss when all your boys are on these shots? Yeah.
Cool, so it just brings that vocal to life, as you can hear when I start bypassing it. But again, it is getting very sibilant, it is getting very harsh. So that's why we have the Air EQ, another EQ that looks scary as hell. But once you get your head around it, it's a really, really good EQ. And we did a whole bunch of cleanup here in the high end. This air knob, people usually use it to add air to tracks. I've used it here to take away the air. I'm not sure exactly what frequency this air EQ operates at. I'm guessing 20K and above. That's kind of that airy sound. But you do have to be careful with these EQs. There's another thing they've got called, that Slate have in their bundle, called Fresh Air, and it does a similar thing to this air band here, but I always find that you add it and it sounds good for like 5 minutes, and then you pause the song, you go and make a drink or something, you come back and you listen to the song again, you're just like, this sounds so harsh. This air band is very dangerous, I think, and you should use it very carefully on vocals anyway.
That's facts. Snapchat man and now backshot man till all of the pagans drop. Grab the man and now slap the man till all of the verbal stops. How can you see that I'm not on block? Should I cut to the...
So I've really just smoothed out the vocal in the low end and the high end, using this air knob here and using a little cut here at 9K, and this is 100 hertz, sorry. Doing a little cut there and a low roll off. All right. Then we've got another de-esser.
That's facts. Snapchat man and now backshot man till all of the pagans drop. Grab the man and now slap the man till all of the verbal stops. How can you see that I'm not on block? Should I cut to the P then some got chopped? How can you see that I'm not on piss when all your boys are on these shots? The young G wants to be...
So I would usually use like a multi-band compressor at this stage, if I wanted to smooth out the S's a little bit more. But there isn't a multi-band compressor to my knowledge in a Slate bundle, so we're using this de-esser here. I've never been able to say that. I'm not even gonna try. Let's just call it the E2 de-esser. And it's kind of like a high shelf multi-band compressor that's just smoothing out those very high ends. Hear what it's doing.
That's facts. Snapchat man and now backshot man till all of the pagans drop. Grab the man and now slap the man till all of the verbal stops.
Just some light saturation just to give it a little bit of texture. It was a little bit too clean. After I'd done all of that EQing and the high ends and stuff like that, it sounded a little bit too clean. So just some light saturation. And then we're using the virtual mix bus again. Another EQ.
That's facts. Snapchat man and now backshot man till all of the pagans drop. Grab the man and now slap the man till all of the verbal stops.
So I didn't record this vocal, by the way. So usually when I've not recorded a vocal, Like, not to big myself up or anything, but usually I spend a lot of time doing cleanup EQ. VTM, and that's to put some of the weight back into the vocal. Yeah, it's a tape machine, so it makes your vocals sound warm. If you run it through there, you can just slap it on, and it usually does the trick. And then we've got this tape stop thing, which I'm going to show you. This is in a Slate bundle as well. I've not actually done anything with it yet, so I thought I'd just do that live. But you can get some sensor effects using this. So I'll get to that in a second. But let's go to our ad-libs. See what our ad-libs are saying. Oh, yeah, also I've got these kind of echoes that I made just on certain words to kind of make the vocal sound more interesting.
If that's facts, Snapchat man and I'll backshot man till all of the pagans drop. Grab the man and I'll stack the man till all of the verb.
And that is a repeater. So this is like their delay. It's kind of like their version of H delay. A lot of options here that you can do. I like the spread option. It's a quarter note, rolling off some of the low frequencies to give it that kind of lo-fi effect, and then running it through this. It's like a guitar pedal, and that just distorts it. So let's get to the ad-libs.
Grab the man and I'll stack the man till all of the verbal stops. How can you see that I'm not on block? Should I cut to the P then some got chopped? How can you see that I'm not on piss when all your boys are holding these shots? The young G wants to be in the field, shut the fuck up and go to the shops. Sweet mom wanna be my bae, shut the fuck up and...
Alright, so this is it. We're doing some compression, quite heavy compression. We've got a 20-to-1 ratio. EQing, kind of to give it that kind of phone effect. It's not really a phone effect, it's just quite a heavily EQ'd vocal. So we do this big cut here, a little boost in the mid, and a little cut here at the top. And then we're using a repeater to do a ping pong delay at a quarter note again. All right, that's the ad-libs. So we are using 2 reverbs and a quarter note delay. And the reverb one is this, which is kind of like a small, it's called Wooden Room. I like to use this reverb to kind of give the vocals some space without making it sound too like, too ambient. You know, when you use reverb to make something sound all spacey and things like that. This is just to kind of give it a little bit of brightness, give it a little bit of space, just a small reverb. And then we use a bigger reverb, and this is my preset, Josh Plate. This is quite a big reverb, quite a long reverb. We EQ it down here a little bit. Let's see what it sounds like without the beat.
Grab the man and I'll stack the man till all of the verbal stops. How can you see that I'm not on block? Should I cut to the P then some got chopped? How can you see that I'm not on piss when all your boys are holding these shots? The young G wants to be in the field, shut the fuck up and go to the shops.
Then an 8th note delay. Is there anything interesting? No, not really. Just a little bit of low roll off, and that's it really. And that's pretty much the track. That's pretty much the mix. Let me show you this tape stop thing. Unmute that. So let's find something that we can censor out. Let's say, for example, for some reason you wanted to censor out him saying slops or slop, whatever these kids say these days. So we're going to use this tape stop to do that. And how we do it is we're going to automate it. So we need to automate this play button, right? So we add the play button. This is how you do it on Pro Tools. It's going to be different on whatever your DAW is. But we're going to automate the play button so we can tell it when to press play, basically. And then we're going to add it to right here where he says
Slow. Be my bae, shut the fuck up and...
I fucked that, didn't I?
Slow.
All right, this is the one now. Watch.
Up and give me this stupid fuck chat.
Oh man, that sounds so crap. That sounds so crap. Might have to edit this out.
Give me this stupid fuck chatting on me. Shut the fuck up and give me this stupid fuck chat.
It's not a great example, is it? It's not a very good example. Let's try and do it.
Stupid shit. Been in the...
Alright, let's try shit. Censor that shit.
Enough of this stupid. Been in the field, just buy me a.
Let's do stop times.
Enough of this stupid. Been in the field, just buy me a.
All right, yeah, that's
Enough of this stupid. Been in the field. Enough of this stupid. Enough of this stupid. Been in the field.
hey.
Enough of this stupid. Been in the field, just buy me a football.
All right, that's kind of it. I don't usually do them like that. I usually use verify on the audio suite, but this is with Slate. This is all in the Slate bundle. Everything that I've just shown you is all in the Slate bundle. So like I said, if you want to do that censor effect, you go automate this play button, because
these men just raw. I don't shit. In the field, just buy me.
Literally, that play button is what makes it tape stop or censor. Right, so that is it. As always, big up the Music 7 for the vocals. The link is in the description below if you want to download those and follow along. If you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. Please hit that like button if you liked it. If you didn't like it for whatever reason, the dislike button is there, but whatever. Also, share the damn video. Go send it to your auntie, put it in the family group chat, whatever. Let someone know that there's a guy on YouTube that is just mixing hella drill tracks, all right? And I'll catch you guys next week. Peace.